Anyways. Oh,
Okay, the time being 6:30 on Thursday, December 4th, 2025. I call the planning board meeting to order. Andy Pitch is the alternate. He is on Zoom. Sherry Perry, a minute taker, is not here tonight. She will be transcribing the minutes from the videotape. John Thomas is currently not here. John Harville.
Here.
Donna Lucurdo is absent with notice. Thought I just heard the door open. Ann Barney is the selectman's rep.
here.
Bethany Franz, regular member.
Here.
Linda Barnes, regular
Here.
member.
Yeah, here.
Tricia Ferris, vice chair.
Here.
And I am Kendall Hughes and I am present. Okay. Before you, you should have a copy of the minutes of November 20th, 2022. Or 2025.
John, were you here that night? Oh, yep, perfect.
Yep.
I'm gonna abstain my vote to him then, since I was not.
Yep.
Same, I wasn't here.
Couple of just notes about the minutes. Do we
Yep.
need to make a motion before we comment on the?
We do. Is that a motion to approve the minutes?
No.
Is that a motion to open the discussion? for the
Yes, I
minutes?
would move to open discussion for some really picky little corrections for the
Okay.
minutes.
Do I have a second?
Also, then,
Your things?
yeah, line 97 instead of Kendall Hughes. Yeah, second
Third
page.
page.
Yep. Insert Kendall Hughes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third page, line 121. Ray is, what's the last name for Ray?
121. Ignore that, everyone else does. 121. Yeah.
And it
How do you
happens
spell-
twice in that line,
Yeah.
so just the last name.
How do you spell Corber?
AORBER.
And then on the last page, line 157, Andrew. Water Department, Andrew,
157.
line 157, attendees included Andrew from the Water Department should just be at his last name. I'm just thinking as sort of historian down the road, if somebody
Yeah.
looks at this, they know their names.
Wolf Barton.
Benton,
Benton.
Andrew Benton.
Okay, that's it.
Does anyone have any other?
If anybody cares, there's no E on my name.
I'm gonna call you Annie for now.
Number
No.
Technically,
number 74,
Then,
it's got John Thomas.
So not
here.
like Anne of Green Gables and with an E.
Oh, yes,
So
you're right.
he's absent.
John Thomas is absent with notice,
With notice.
and that should be the fourth, not the fifth. Yeah, I forgot he's in California.
Lucky.
No report.
I was gonna say, although not if you're worried about losing your high sentence, but.
Okay, and what was that next to last one? Ann.
Anne mentioned that.
Her name
It's at the top, on the present, numbers present.
Okay. All right, do I have a motion to accept as amended?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Go.
For the UC Ken, right?
Second.
Linda,
Uh-huh.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Those opposed? Motion passes. Um. Just. Okay, that's fine. All right.
What?
Minutes of Friday, November 21st walkthrough. It's been brought to my attention that the person who took the minutes did not properly know how to spell my name as chairman. That would be me. And you will correct that. You.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Another little correction.
Yeah.
Have members of the public, Craig Moore, blah, 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 blah.
Where are you?
On the first page,
First page,
members of the public,
members of the public. Craig
Third
Moore,
paragraph,
Donna
third
Stewart.
line down.
Yes,
Brian Lash, comma,
Yeah.
and small a, and Jana Van
it's,
Stilton.
yeah, that is the wrong name.
It's gonna be,
Yeah, I have, it's Janet Flores something. I
Yeah.
got it. Hold on.
John,
J
no, J, at the last name, or last part,
Flores.
J, J-O, and or is, I think it's a slash,
Hold on.
Yeah,
dashed,
yes. Okay.
Hyphen.
hyphen. That's the word I was looking, comma. Comma.
Ampersand.
Oh, you got me.
Yeah, it's Flores, John, and John is Jon.
Yes. Anything else?
Yes. Last line on that page is for the second line up, it should just be Brian Lash instead of Brian Stated.
Okay,
And then on the second page, where it says he also stated that pending review of the design in spots over 8 feet of fill will be needed to move things out of the flood zone. My memory is that he was talking about that barn and the question came up whether it could be used as a wedding venue, and he explained that they weren't gonna do that because they would have to.
right, but he also explained that there's other sections that they
Where they
will
might
have to
do that.
raise up
Okay,
to accommodate the flood zone.
Yeah. okay. That was just a question I had.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
What issue?
Move to approve as amended.
A second.
okay. All those in
Yeah.
favor of approving the planning board minutes of November 21st as amended, say aye. Opposed? Abstaining.
Abstaining.
So. 1, 2, 3. No.
Two abstained.
2. And being where John was present.
Sorry.
For that, and,
So was Andy.
okay.
Yeah, is Andy not
Yeah,
voted?
so being where John and Andy were present, I'm appointing John as a voting member for these minutes, and Andy as the alternate will be approved, which means I need to do a roll call vote.
Mhm.
Andy, do you approve the minutes as amended?
I do.
John Harville, do you?
I do.
That's the thing we just say.
Linda?
Yes, I do.
We're all punchy tonight, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Been long. Sorry.
Don't be.
Ann is abstaining. Bethany is abstaining.
Steve.
Tricia?
Yeah.
And I do as well. Move it that they have passed. Okay. That being said, I will at 6:40. I need a motion to open the blasting ordinance.
I so motion.
Okay,
Second.
okay. Um. The blasting ordinance. Is very lengthy. It is on the town webpage for review and for comment. Um. I don't know that we have to read the entire thing in length.
Already done that.
Me too.
We have done it,
Yes.
multiple times, actually.
There's actually been hard copies at town hall.
Right, and the hard copies as well as it's available online.
So I move to accept the blasting ordinance, no?
You,
Okay, can.
In a public hearing.
we've opened the public hearing at 6:40. We have to wait 5 minutes on that before we can close it,
Mhm.
okay?
On the first page,
Nope.
Okay,
you got an extra one, right in the
I
middle,
was
the
wondering
white.
what that
Me
was.
too, actually.
Yeah, you got an extra one there.
Mhm.
Let's see it for you. Oh,
Do number one.
you got two
Okay.
ones.
all right,
One over here, that's one over here.
that
This is shows.
being said,
Not right.
anything else on that?
No.
Okay, time being
That's a footnote.
6:42. I will entertain a motion to open the commercial earth excavation regulations.
Do you first have to move to close the
No.
public hearing?
I'll make the motion to open.
We can run them simultaneously is what I've been told. We just have to leave it open for anyone that wants to comment at this. But I chose 5 minutes. Is what it is.
I make a motion to open the public hearing for the commercial earth.
Okay, do I have a second? Whoops.
Mhm.
Do I have a second?
Second.
You're just staring at me more too.
Okay. So. This does not preclude anyone who wants to get a permit from getting a permit. Say you have a earth excavation at a bank, at a site that is removing earth. They can still get their permit as they always have. It does not affect that. What this affects is, someone building a house only is gonna remove a certain amount. That amount's in here. It's, if they go over that amount, then they would have to get a permit. So it just tightens up the permitting process a little bit. But I talked to several different people about how much, and that's where the 100 and 300 come into play versus, what it was.
Question, if somebody decides, I mean, does anyone oversee how much someone actually is taking out? In other words, can
Yes,
someone
by
just-
the ordinance, the code enforcement officer and the planning board have that, ability to do that.
So, but
For example, right now, a gentleman is doing something and he is giving us, slips. And we are now contracting with a, engineer to calculate, to make sure that those slips are valid.
so if somebody were to decide, I'm just gonna dig some stuff out of my land and decided, and I'm just gonna kind of figure out how much, and I'm gonna decide it's under this limit, does anybody have any
So,
oversight?
so the amount that they would have to dig out, we're talking
It's a lot.
multiple 10-wheelers.
Yeah,
Okay,
300.
This
cubic
isn't,
yards is a
this,
lot.
this will not affect Joe homeowner. This will affect anyone that's trying to build
Build
a
a
mega
foundation.
mansion.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
a huge foundation,
Mhm,
not a
okay,
normal
yeah.
standard foundation.
okay.
Basically anything over a triplex,
Right,
single family duplexes. You're not gonna meet the requirement.
they're well exempt.
Okay.
This would be somebody that's trying to build a road for,
A large development.
yeah,
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
okay. I did have that question, that's why I answered that question that way. Okay. Hearing nothing on the blasting ordinance, I would entertain a motion to close the blasting ordinance, Trish,
Yes, I make a
because I've
motion.
already written her name in there.
Okay.
I'll second.
Yeah.
All told.
Yeah. The thing like already trained.
Well, they're,
I know.
the lines are close together. Okay. Any other discussion on the earth excavation?
No.
Andy, does that answer the question?
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right. Which case I would entertain a motion to open the multi-use zone.
Do we have to close the
Not
excavation?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Open the multi-use.
You're welcome.
Business.
Okay. Whoops.
The new like template that he's makes things really easy. He's idea with us.
It was Jane and I came up with it
Great.
together
Great.
after much discussion.
I have a question about one point on the mixed use.
Sure.
So, right now, under mixed use, it says that an ADU would be a special exception. But in mixed use, what if it's residential? Then it's just automatically permitted because I'm not saying that clearly. If there's a lot in a mixed use zone and it's for a single family, then automatically that's permitted. When we say a special exception, what would that mean? Is that where there would be commercial on the ground floor and residential
ADU
above?
it, yes.
Okay,
Section 4.
but I mean, for example, suppose, just because it's the only example I can think of, and I know we're not talking about that zone, but suppose like Colleen's kitchen, where there's an apartment up above, could they put an ADU behind it?
They would have to meet the setback requirements to do that as outlined in section 4,
Okay,
which, would be under section 4.3.3,
mhm,
minimum lot requirements. So, ADU is permitted in any zone that permits a single family dwelling, i.e. village residential and rural residential. It would allow them to do it, but they would have to meet the setback requirements.
okay, and that was not to single them out, it was just the only example.
No,
I could
no, I
think
know.
of where there is a
I
business
understand.
and an
I
apartment.
understand, but this would be only in the Holderness to town
Mhm.
on the other side. So, a honestly can't think of a place there that
Yeah.
would, but, if someone was to build a house and if they put the ADU in that part of it,
Mhm.
then it would. But it's only 250 feet back from the line, from the edge of the road, not the edge of the pavement, edge of the road is right of way back. So, most of the lots have enough room that they could do it
Mhm.
as rural residential.
And suppose I bought a lot in that zone and built something where I had like a little business on the ground floor and lived
So
above.
there's
I
a
could
good
still then
example,
put in
yeah.
an ADU.
You could,
Okay.
but you may have to get the special permission.
Yeah, so that was so I think that was the question I was trying to figure out how to ask.
So it doesn't limit them as long as they follow 4.4. They can still do it.
I think what I wasn't clear on is where the state is now sort of saying you know, anybody can do ADUs, whether by making it a special exception, whether we were compliant with the.
I believe we are still compliant with that. And the worst case, it goes to a variance and they say yes. But I believe we are still make that compliant.
Okay. I think that, I didn't ask it very well, but I think that was what I was trying to get at.
Yep. We took out the boundaries from our last meeting of Main Street and West Street because those are gonna be a little bit different in what they're going to allow and not allow. And the dimensions will be different. So that will ultimately end up becoming mixed use 1 and 2.
Mhm.
The current commercial 1 and commercial 2 was an attempt to do that, but it's not defined anywhere. The boundaries aren't defined, and the what they can and can't do overlaps in what it says, so it's very convoluted in understanding it. Okay. The time being. Um, 6:51, I would entertain a motion to close the excavating.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor of closing the excavation open hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any further discussion on the mixed use?
Not for me.
Okay. In which case I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing on the mixed use.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Here's the notice that was sent out, just so everyone is clear. I don't have any new business to come before us, but we do have some old business. First, we'll start with the impact fees. I was unable to make it to the selectmen's meeting. Were they able to appoint a committee?
No. We're gonna discuss, they're in favor of doing that, but we need to know who wants to get appointed.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that at the next one. We had a lot going on at that meeting.
Okay.
There was a couple of budget committee members there talking about budgets we were discussing, so
Close them off. They're not supposed to. They were
Yeah.
told not to.
that's all right,
They were board members.
that too. But yeah, we're gonna move forward. Believe they're all gonna move forward with it, so.
So I will, say that I would highly encourage that a member of this board be a member appointed.
There should be one.
Should be one person from this board
Yeah.
and one person from the budget committee.
Yeah, yeah,
Did you just volunteer?
it is
I
select,
did not.
it is select person.
And a select person and possibly a couple other people.
Yeah.
All right, next, Lakes Region Planning Commission. Yeah, okay. That brings me down to correspondence, so we're gonna do both at the same time. I got a letter today from the Lakes Region Planning Commission. I have sent that letter out to all of you. In the meantime, the town manager and I have also had a conversation. There are other ones out there that can do the similar things, so we believe the 10,000 would be a good place to start. The committee will have to do a work. We will get other people to join us to do work, but the 10,000, we believe,
It's a good seed to
is a good
start.
seed to start. Okay, with that being said, if we are interested in doing a warrant article for $10,000 to start the update process of the master plan, I would entertain a motion to such effect. And being where Bethany had to leave, I moved John up until Bethany comes back.
I would move to put together a warrant article.
And I would second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Right.
Any other discussion I should have asked first?
I think and how much can a warrant article sort of explain any of the reasoning behind it? So I know that there's the town meeting, but I always worry with this where it's spending money and impact on
So
taxes.
there will be an explanation that will have to come from this board.
Mhm.
The warrant article will be a somewhat legalese type thing that I'm sure Nathan will have a lot of input into. I'm also sure that he's very familiar with writing that type of a warrant article, so it is what it is.
Great, okay.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that people know why this is something that it's
I
important. to
would
support.
highly encourage a member of this board to be ready to speak to that. Thank you, Linda. This may be an opportune time to let you know I will not be at that meeting.
That's fair. Just looking at my calendar, that's February 7th.
Yes,
Mhm.
Saturday, February 7th
What
is
time?
the deliberative session. I'm not sure if it's going to be 10 or 2. The town has chosen both at different times. Okay, going again. I don't believe that we're gonna have the RV and camper regulation ready for this year's town warrant. So have to work on that for next year,
Okay.
okay? So I would entertain a motion to table that till next year.
I'll make the motion to table it till next year.
Second.
Okay. We will still have to have one more public hearing on the blasting excavation. This was actually a third hearing, but, because of the way it's written, we will have also a fourth hearing on the multi-use zone,
Okay.
okay? And then they will all be ready for, town warrant.
When are we doing that? On the 18th?
Yeah, at our next
Okay.
meeting.
Uh-huh.
We also received some correspondence today from Lakes Region Planning Commission about, brownfields.
Mhm.
I have been advised that we should contact our attorney about that due to other pending things going on. But Ron and I have looked at it and discussed it a little bit. And, there are some great advantages of it if we could. Would have to do a lot with, the Economic Development Committee and what their goal is for the mill property. Cause all of that will have to be done as well,
My recollection is that.
the Woolen Mill property.
Yeah, that Shanna had said what we need to do is sort of inventory the brownfields and.
Exactly.
So would that be what this grant would help to
That
support?
would be helpful to support inventory of all brownfields in the town of Ashland. They're not just limited to mill sites.
Right, and then would that include the assessment of what it would cost, what needs to be done to clean them up and,
Correct.
okay.
Other sites could possibly be the sanitary landfill, the, water treatment,
That's already being monitored though.
yeah, but it still
Mhm.
would be in the report.
Yeah.
The lagoon area, that would probably end up in that report too.
Not possible.
And there's some stuff out on North Ashland Road that could end up in that report.
Because that would then put us in a position to apply for grants to clean things up.
Yep.
Or to actually talk with the
Also,
owners.
any place that has had a trucking business, that could end up in that report as well.
Service yards and stuff.
Service yards,
Uh-huh.
trucking businesses. Alex Ray has a couple with the, different properties he currently owns in town.
Mhm. Great,
So, again, it has been advised to me that we just quickly run it by legal due to other circumstances, okay? But if you are all in favor of it, pending legal,
Mhm.
then we will move forward with it, pending legal,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
think it
move
makes
to
sense.
approve moving
Yeah.
forward pending legal.
okay?
Okay.
And who will draft it?
Town manager. Him and I will work together on it. How's that? Okay. Does anyone have anything else to come before us?
Did you want me to, you want to talk a little bit about, having the town engineer review the phase one, phase two? Or save that for another time,
Yeah, we can.
it's public docs.
Okay, then yes.
So, previous project that was denied,
This is the new contract. just-
it's a public document, the phase one, phase two environmental assessment. So I'm having Ray Corver, our town engineer, in that's a public document, review it, because I need to know as town manager if steps need to be taken to limit access to that property.
Mhm.
Because I don't have the education to decipher that report and know exactly what's there and how harmful and whatever.
Does that affect the hydro dam?
The Mill Pond Proc.
Yeah, no, I know, but does that affect the hydro dam that they're trying to?
Well, I'll know once I get a report from our engineer, but, I just wanna know because people do go out on that property.
Oh, all the time.
And
People go walking out there, the
So I
snowmobile
think
trail runs through there.
I think the town should really know what's in our town
Mhm.
and the
When did
reports
that report come out?
after the,
June.
yeah, it was posted to One Stop 2 weeks after the denial.
Yeah.
But the report was dated in June.
Oh.
So that's,
Silly.
so
Wow.
that's why I'm thinking it would be good to get a professional read
Mhm.
on the report,
Mhm.
Sorry.
just so we know.
Mhm. Great.
And actually, there was a resident that came to my office and asked if we were gonna put the fenced property off because it's a brownfield and we should protect our
Mhm.
residents. And
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
well,
right.
it's not our property to fence, for one,
Mhm.
but being that we have a public document,
Right, we have a substantial public document now that tells what's going on. We'll have the engineer review it.
Mhm.
And then the town will proceed accordingly
Engineers reviewing it.
with, yes, so.
Which one, she said?
Ray
Oh,
Corver.
Ray Culver.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've worked with Ray before in Lincoln. He did a lot of the review for where the Riverwalk Resort is.
Mhm.
That was the old paper mill and, Henry Paper Mill. And then where the skate park was supposed to go behind the Price Chopper Plaza, that's a Brownsfield,
Hmm.
similar to what's going on here. And the town of Lincoln went for a $2 million grant to clean that up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but the town has hired Ray as the town engineer now.
we're used
in
to
a sense.
that, yeah,
Yeah,
until he retires,
right.
which is sometime next year.
And if he were to determine that that whole ground is really unsafe, would the town be able to get the property owner to fence it off?
Well, it'll be DES that. We don't have to do the enforcement. We're
Okay,
not the
DES.
enforcement arm
Great.
on it.
Okay.
It's DES that would be, they have the report.
Mhm.
But obviously they're understaffed, so. The project's kind of stalled, so. It's not high on the priority list because they have a lot of other things going on.
However, Ray can make it if it deems necessary.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Do you want to discuss anything else that Ray's been doing for us? At this time? No?
Not until the legal documents crafted.
Mhm.
We are, closely monitoring other situations.
Mhm. Good.
All right, that being said, anyone have anything else? the time being 7:05. I would entertain a motion to close this. Actually, I can just close it, can't I?
Yes.
So the time being 7:05, I will call the meeting closed because we have nothing else to come before us. Thank you very
Have a good
much.
night, all.
Bye, Andy.
Good night, Andy.